It's rough having a cavalier. Hey, y'all, come on in. It's good to see you. You're here on a great day today.
We have a new spring soap today from Stirling Soap Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
And this is an overly cuddly Elaine Stritch from Company on Broadway. And together we are the Barbershop Duet. Hey, it's good to see you. Come on in. Welcome. If you're here during our live premiere, why join the chat, won't you? Say hi. There's some really cool folks in there from all over the world that'd love to meet you. And throw a like and subscribe on there for us, would you? We'd be grateful.
Really
Helps out the channel a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, for our mention today, y'all. Sometimes, Douglas mentioned this on the Facebook page for PAA the other day, that sometimes you'll be looking at your collection and you will just have analysis paralysis.
It happens.
And I realized the other day that if I'm shaving with something, we don't have a splash, I might stand there for 10 minutes trying to choose. Meanwhile, my face is drying up and I need something on it. So for me, in those moments where I need an aftershave that's going to do its job, do it really well, be super refreshing, and then be gone in 20 minutes, y'all, I give you Parasso Green, as utilitarian and beautiful an aftershave as has ever been invented, but still beloved in the shave world. And what did you think of it? You were the first one to discover that it vanishes rather quickly.
You know, I put it on and I was like, we put it on sometimes, hop in bed like, oh, I want to smell nice. And I put this on all excited to be like, hey, Marcus, guess what I'm wearing? And then it was gone. It has such a fun scent, and I was really excited for it to be on me for the night. And then I realized it kind of vanishes quickly, but that can also be a good thing, we realized.
And that's what I love the most, y'all, is because I do love what an aftershave does for my face after you've drugged that hot knife across it. But sometimes you don't want that friend on your shoulder for the next 2 hours, or you're not ready to choose who it's going to be. That's when I grab this, because I need something after my shave. So I'm about to buy the other one on Amazon for $14 and get the red one.
Right. And then sometimes if we want to be able to put an EDP on it, but we don't have an aftershave that matches.
Right. You don't want to layer. You don't have to deal with that decision.
Or conflict. So when this one wears off, it's perfect to throw on the EDP pretty quickly. So some of the aftershaves last a while. And this one is on the shorter side. So
First world problems, to be sure. But we've got your solutions here in the Barbershop Duet.
Yeah.
Yo, if you know about this Parasso Green experience, throw a comment on. Just to be that perfect friend on your shoulder and then to give you an Irish goodbye and vanish in 20 minutes. And our soap today, y'all, we have heard the name Dior Sauvage from the very beginning of our shave journey. It is one of the most famous and popular colognes of all time. In fact, it was the first Dior fragrance for men. But we have no idea what it smells like. And there are a bunch of shaving soaps that are homages. This is just the first one that crossed our radar. So we grabbed it from Stirling because they do not disappoint when it comes to the famous homages.
So true.
Y'all, this one, and it's funny, this one got its name. I actually checked a little bit of the Wikipedia.
I forgot
This one got its name because when Dior was ready to make his first scent for men, he invited his friend Percy Sauvage over. And the butler went, Monsieur Sauvage is here. And he went, oh, that's a lovely name. I'm going to use that.
And there we go. Now
Didn't have to look far for inspiration, but there's a reason this has been around since the late 60s. Y'all, I'm excited. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all. So this is from the sales page at Stirling Soap Company.
All right, inspired by one of our favorite television shows and Sauvage by Christian Dior.
We had to look it up. It's The Office, which we've never actually watched, but there is, I guess, an action character that this is named after in The Office, and he is modeled after something we did just watch because we just watched True Lies, the James Cameron movie we showed it to our sister.
Fun.
So there's a little bit of a tie-in there.
Okay, so a little homework we may have to check.
All right, here we go.
We have been receiving requests for this scent for years. I'm not going to read the rest because
there's
there's scent notes. No.
Based on customer feedback, we've made a slight change to the fragrance to accentuate the pepper note, making it closer to the Sauvage scent that it's inspired by.
Oh, okay then.
Ooh, y'all, all we really know about this is that Stirling makes some of the most delightful and amazing cologne homages we have ever smelled, so I am so excited for this one. And we also have it on good authority, if you happen to catch our Havenford episode, that they have started giving out stickers. Y'all, so just one more reason to love Stirling soap where value meets quality. Let's unbox it. All right, y'all. So this is the rare occurrence where we only buy one thing from Stirling, and then we got the small box. I love it.
Okay.
Woo, what do you got? What do you see? Ooh.
Scarn.
Love the purple.
Look at that.
Yeah,
it's like a deep, deep purple.
Oh, they all have their own color ring, y'all.
Okay, you get to hold that. Ooh. And then And then, we got the splash.
We got the splash. Open up the bubble paper. What do we got? Is it the same color? I think it's
I think it is the same color, but I think you did not go with menthol this time. So,
no, I stopped getting menthol because it was kind of messing with the scents a little for me when I was trying to
you got to wait till it wears down a little.
Yeah, I think I'll just get menthol drops and use those separately
There
if I
you
want
go.
to.
Perfect.
Oh, y'all, I think I want you to do the first impression. All right, I want you to open this up. This is the very first men's cologne by Christian Dior from 1966.
I'm curious if anyone I knew wore this, but I just didn't know that was called.
I bet, because
I don't know.
we do get sort of vaguely familiar wisps from some of the older aftershaves. Like maybe I had an older one of my uncles wore it or something like that.
Or even just a friend of the family. Like I'm curious if it's familiar, but either way, I'm excited because I did not read the scent notes. I don't know.
Right, I haven't either, so I'm curious whether this is kind of a deeper, spicier one from the 60s or whether this is like a lighter, soapier, minty apple one from the 60s. I mean, who knows? But classic aftershave month back in February, we kind of got a little bit of an education.
We did.
Not enough.
Nope.
Not
and
enough
we did have a few people reach out and say, hey, are you doing Scarn? Is it on the schedule?
Yes,
and
we
it
did
is.
have a few of our more trusted enablers reach out and make sure that we were going to do this one.
They're
And
like, well, luckily, it is here.
Today's the day. All right,
It's
take
time.
it in, see what you get. Oh, it's a white soap.
It is.
Ooh, Stirling usually has a little more color in it. This is cool. Let's see what this is.
Ooh,
What
it's
do
a
you get?
different... There's something sweeter in here I was not expecting.
She's really not expecting this, y'all.
Yeah, I think it might have like maybe a pineapple or something on a sweeter but like hidden side.
Is there a little Aventus family note to this?
You know, it could be friends. They wouldn't be far off to put at least off the puck. Who knows after we lather? But my first impression, I would say, it has a familiar-esque vibe of that brighter, zestier, lighter kind of sweeter side.
Maybe the grandfather to Creed Aventus.
There is some kind of woodsy, like a white wood, like a really light wood.
Nice.
I know you mentioned something about pepper, but I don't. It almost just helps the rest of the scent come out, I think. I'm not really getting like a pepper, strong.
Because pepper doesn't have a crazy personality. No. Pepper just has accent notes, right, that bring a little bit of that.
And I kind of can get that because it does have the masculine cologne vibes, which is expected.
Nice.
But
now, how sweet does it get?
Not all the way to Aventus land.
Oh, okay.
But not completely like Aventus.
An important distinction there.
But I can almost be like, there's something similar.
Right. Now, a little bit familiar with Sharp Dressed as well, if we're going to go in the Creed lane.
I wouldn't say they weren't friends either. There's something a little more blue in here.
Nice.
Approaching aquatic-ish.
Right.
Because I'm not going more green woodsy like in that lane.
Right.
But there is like a bright white kind of wood.
Oh, I love tracking the evolution of certain scent ideas, y'all, because they're there. You can see them. It's really funny. Even my current deodorant from Old Spice does absolutely have 80% of a callback to the original Old Spice Fresh. So, y'all, some of these scents, you can absolutely track them through the decades. How they evolved, how they became popular, when they maybe fell out of fashion. Yeah. Oh, it's so funny.
I think once we lather, it may be less Aventus, less Sharpman, but just like straight off the puck. I'm kind of throwing it like right in the middle of those. If I had to pick a Stirling-esque thing, you'd know.
Wow. I didn't realize Dior was such a great inspiration
but
to Creed.
There is a little bit of an aquatic hit that's a little different, at least I think.
Now, is it different enough from Aventus that if I put Executive Man under your nose, you could tell them apart?
I'm pretty sure. It has a lot of similarities, but I think there's enough of a difference that you could tell it wasn't straight Aventus. It's its own Sauvage Dior vibe.
Right, let's
see if I'm right. I don't know.
I love
You've definitely worn those more than I have.
I was wearing Aventus the other day.
It's true. So you might be able to have more of a actual whiff check.
Oh, I see. Right. No, for sure. For sure. All right. So y'all,
at least cousin, something in there.
Right. This is for sure the spiritual great-grandfather to Aventus. But for me, it plays a lot more with the creamy side of it. It plays a little bit more in the woody, spicy side of it, going down a little bit deeper than Aventus goes. It doesn't have the effervescence that Aventus does.
I would agree.
There's another lighter note that Executive Man has that this does not. And I like that. I like that because Executive Man and Sharp Dressed Man are for sure morning scents. Those really energize me. Those make me feel like sunlight. Those get me ready for the day. I want to take our walk early on those days.
Bright sunshine.
But what I've kind of been waiting for is someone to take that pineapple, someone to take these spicy things and give a little bit more of a base to them so that they could be more of an evening, more of a comforting, more of a sun going down factor to them.
Less summer-ish kind of.
That's what this does. This takes the exciting, effervescent quality of those creeds and it trades them for more of a creamy undertone quality.
Okay.
But the pineapple's the same.
It's there.
I think I'm willing to plant my flag in that.
I think so. That was my first thing I could recognize. But do you get the little bit of the aquatic vibe?
Oh, yeah. And I think that's what's in the creaminess. There's a tiny bit of a salty, like something to the underness to it that, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think even your most seasoned soap smellers would call this an aquatic.
Okay. I was just guessing, but it's nice to know.
And I know there's a lovely list of scent notes. Why don't we check them out now? All right, y'all, continuing on with the sales page from Stirling Soap Company.
Alrighty. If you're unfamiliar, it's a fresh, spicy, woodsy scent with notes of pepper, bergamot, I definitely got that. Lavender, okay. Vetiver, geranium. I thought there was a fresh white kind of floral thing going on. Then patchouli, cedar, and labdanum. This may really come alive in the splash.
You know,
is there no pineapple?
I'm missing something here. I'd like to speak to the manager. There's no pineapple in this fruit
it's so
salad.
interesting. How did we get that? Both of us.
Well, you know...
Is it in the base more, maybe?
You know, I think it's amazing that we both got pineapple. And I love that. And what I want to explore, how did they do that? What is it that we're sensing?
Because like
for me,
combo of things?
Pineapple for me actually smells like pine and apple.
Yeah, you do get more of that.
I think that's what pineapple smells like. So if we were to break this up a little bit, I think what we're getting that's leading us to that pineapple note is a little bit in the bergamot, a little bit in the vetiver, a little bit in the geranium.
Yeah,
but
there's no
I think we just know Executive Man so well that this lit up those same kind of lights. But you know, now that I really look at this,
it might be in the base a little that we're getting
smell
power of
that pineapple
suggestion
again. See if it's actually pineapple or see if it might be some of these other things. And in fact, this might be the perfect time to open this. And I'm really glad I got it without the menthol because now I feel like we'll really be able to tell the difference between this and Executive Man.
Yeah, it could be more the bergamot meets, but it's something that's sweeter. Geranium? I don't know.
I no longer need to speak to the manager.
Oh, I was hoping that would happen.
I get it.
I'm glad we got this one.
Oh, I get it now. Okay, so you know what's funny?
No pineapple? It's
Uh-uh.
so funny.
No, it fell off the cart. There is no pineapple. Okay, hold on. I'm going to swim it doesn't have it. Okay, ready? Oh, yeah. Wow!
Different?
Woo! Y'all, this is incredible. Hold on. So
okay,
no
that
pineapple.
Smells more familiar to me than I was thinking.
No pineapple in this.
No, yeah.
But this is incredible. This is a forest aquatic. This is a woodsy, cedary.
And I get more the pepper.
I do too. And you know what? That bergamot is just a hint of it to keep it on the clean
it disappears.
side. And it's doing incredible things in the background. I'm so impressed with this.
Okay, so now if we lather this, I wonder if that's going to approach the almost this.
Y'all, I don't know if you are keeping track of my favorites list, of my F words list.
He was not expecting that.
This splash is all over it. And you know what? How incredible that I get to discover this because it's a lot different for me so far in the soap than it is in the splash. So
that's funny. It must be more in the base here where it's going to disappear, hopefully.
Well, and I think my nose, maybe yours too, went to something it knew that was closest, which might have been Executive Man. But now that we're able to kind of break this apart and get to know it a little bit, we're sensing the true differences. Because now, it's funny, in the splash, I don't get them more than maybe 10 or 15% the same at all. In the splash, I don't sense the Ventus at all. So, y'all, this is my honeycomb bowl from Monica at Vanulay and my 24mm Stirling brush. I love this little guy.
Yeah, let's see what this whips up here. Because compared to this, That is a completely different adventure than this.
Completely different, y'all. And I am
This is more a solid cologne. Like,
splash.
I get that EDP vibe from here.
I've never smelled a splash that could be more equally get you out of bed in the morning and then put you back into it at night.
Yeah, this
but when
is for
I
a full
first
day
put
of
this
things.
on, I was like, oh, I can't wait to try this at bedtime. And then the more I got to know it on my face in the splash, the more I'm like, no, I'm going to go for another walk.
This
I know
has
we
like
already
a
went for our walk
classy
today. But
vibe to it.
yeah, right? Totally classy, vintage
Yeah,
classy.
right? Yeah. But still oddly timeless somehow. Like, I'm not locked in the 60s. I know it kind of came around then, but.
Oh.
Yeah?
Y'all.
Better?
Y'all.
Okay.
This is really curious because when I first smelled it, I was getting 90% Aventus. I think you were too.
Right. Our others.
Now I'm getting 10% Aventus.
Hey.
I think my nose, like hearing a song that you know and another one that's similar, your ear just immediately goes to that whole
starts
first
matching
song.
them, yeah.
It doesn't learn the new song yet. This is a completely different experience for me now. But it's funny that it started as Aventus.
Right. It's faint in the background. I
Right.
can pull this out if I'm looking for it.
Yes.
But you're right. If we smell from this lane and try and find this in the
That's
lather,
what I'm
it's
smelling.
interesting.
Oh, what a transformation.
Right.
So this is soap number 3. There have now been 3 that make a vast transformation in the lather.
Which is so funny to me because going through a store, like walking in the Stirling store and going by and smelling these, it may not be as accurate as actually taking a whiff of something like the actual scent profile.
And we just had a commenter
You know?
mention that he and his wife went to the Stirling store as a day trip.
Oh,
and they got
fun!
to meet Rod and Mandy, and they said they were super nice.
Oh, and get the coffee. Did you get the coffee?
Oh, I'm sure they must have gotten at least
must
a
have,
cup
right?
of coffee. It's a little bit more of a day trip for us. It'd be about a 3.5 day
Yeah,
drive.
that'd
but
be
I
a
think
little
it
more
would still be
commitment.
worth it, because if you've never Googled pictures of the Stirling
It's a
showroom,
thing.
y'all.
Yeah, check
Woo,
it out.
I
It's
have
super
seen
fun.
automobile showrooms with half the class and quality of the
For
Stirling
us little
showroom.
wet shaving nerds over here, we totally get it.
Right, that would totally be a vacation destination for us. So, y'all, I know we never comment on lather here at the Barbershop Duet.
No, never. But that's
this-
waking up.
This Stirling lather. You can't even see a honeycomb in the bowl
Okay, so
anymore.
I think instead of doing our normal comparative with, we
Right.
should do like these two.
Right, like a re-get to know you with.
Right,
okay,
right,
this
okay.
is the reacquaintance with, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there's much more woodsy
Right.
kind of things happening now. And the bergamot, labdanums, geranium kind of stuff is here, but it makes it more into that clean, zesty, cologne side.
Right. And y'all-
not sweet like we were getting off the puck.
I love how salad tastes, but I don't like certain lettuces on their own. I need the croutons, I need the dressing, I need the raisins, I need the other things in there so that it balances out. But y'all, sometimes I'll have a certain kind of fruit salad or something where I love every single thing in it and I can't get enough. And for me, there are certain colognes, there are certain aftershaves that they're going to have a note or two that it's going to be balanced out. And I love that because it's like coffee, too bitter, with cream. Now it's amazing. There are some, though, that just start beautiful, perfect, comforting, and they stay that way through the entire smell as you take all of it in. There are no scent notes, and sometimes I say that are a tug of war. Not here. Everything in this gets along and is beautifully seated alongside all of the rest of them just to create this new color. And I totally get that day that Dior would have his friend Percy Sauvage over and the butler announces them and they sit around and discuss what beautiful scents would be the most masculine. Right? That total evening. Then probably ended with beef Wellington and a
I'm
lovely
sure,
glass
with
of
the
red
butler,
wine. Right?
yeah.
But that, oh, y'all, there's history in this. There's
Yes.
inspiration. It's even named it after his best friend who came over for the night.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can take this deeper.
Oh,
We're down the road.
we're gonna
Where do we
find
go?
a way into the storm cellar for this one. Let's go down, y'all. This is a Captain Picard scent. Sean, are you listening? This is a
interesting.
Captain Picard. Something that's got authority, something that's got dapperness, something that's got sophistication, but something that's still a lovely spirit and a lovely sense of self. That's what this is. It doesn't go overly whimsical, but it doesn't take itself too seriously either.
Yeah,
It's
I
got a
agree.
little tiny bit of like a bracing on the deck of a ship ready for adventure sent to it for me.
And I wasn't sure originally if I was getting more of a person or a time of day, but now getting more of a whiff. Like, I feel like you're on a mission to conquer some things. You know, there is a little like of that confidence boost built in there.
And what's the sweetest note in this? Because you're right. The very first thing you said was like, wow, the sweetness in this is is just one that goes right to your heart. And I get that.
Right.
But I'm wondering how they made it.
Because then it disappeared out of the soap.
Yeah, but I mean, the geranium? Yes.
Right?
The cedar? Mm-hmm. Yes, but I'm not seeing in here the beautiful sweetness that this has. I'm not sure what scent note's doing.
I still get it more here than I do in the splash. And I think the pepper note, I like that they wrote in that they added that to accentuate it because it's really here.
To make it closer to the
I didn't expect to get it as much as I do.
Right. And if you think about it, when you're cooking, if something's too sweet, if you got too much sugar, you add pepper. And if something's a little too spicy, you add sweet. Mm-hmm. So I love that what we're sensing is this gorgeous sweetness, but I bet you that it's been brought out by the advanced pepper note that they've added.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be as obvious without the pepper undertone and the other patchouli and cedar, because those guys are really friends.
What was the Macduff quote the other day? Without the cold of winter, summer has no sweetness. It's that. Mm-hmm. That is what's giving the sweet its character. It doesn't have to go too sweet because it's balancing out the pepper that's so beautifully spicy.
I almost feel like if you had to go to a really serious meeting that you didn't want to be at, but you had to go,
that's why she's here. Oh, yes, this is your pony.
It has just enough of that little personality, like confidence boot, like, all right, let's get through this IRS meeting,
It is all the business meeting you could possibly need, but it also has just a perfect side of a fun factor to it.
It does.
Where you would have both.
Right? And there's something about knowing that this was created the way it was and when it was, that having that history with you, like, it just is like, all right, men, we can conquer this. Like, there's just a fun masculine twist on this.
And I get why this has been around since the late 60s, because this would be a legit shame if this went away.
Yeah, I'd agree.
There are certain scents that are like Old Spice that are just too good to go away, too inspired, too amazing.
Take another whiff and see if you get more of that dried, kind of a white feeling. Like,
I like it more every time I smell it. And it's funny because sometimes with really prominent personalities in some high level perfumes, the more I smell it, the more I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I got it. Yeah. But this one, every time I smell it, I'm like, okay, I want more. Okay, I want more. No, I want this a little bit stronger on my face now,
We may be back for an EDT here, Stirling, because clearly
I have two. I have Haverford and I have Barbershop.
This may
one.
Be
I mean, we have 30 Stirling soaps, so we are not the biggest EDP fans in the world. But the ones
that leave a mark,
But the ones that are incredible, like this one, I think we've got the Three Amigos now.
Than the other two that you had.
I know, absolutely.
It just completes it, maybe.
Rod and Mandy, thank you.
I am glad you snuck this in.
When you find these homages, you must do some, and I know you do because we've heard stories about when certain homages get retired from Stirling because Rod was not able to find the quality of oil that he was looking for. Rod, Mandy, we really do appreciate the high quality standards that Stirling has. And the price point at which these are offered. Y'all, we really don't comment on price here at the Barbershop Duet, but these come in at under $15, y'all, for the 5.8 ounce size. And they put a lot of work in to make that possible. And we appreciate it because we have over 30, y'all.
And we appreciate that. And there's a lot of other price points that you can try and get from Stirling if you want to go a smaller sample, or even the aftershaves come in smaller sizes. So you have options with Stirling. They have a wide variety of ways to keep it in a certain price point if you need to.
But EDT-wise, y'all, I think I actually want to get this one, and I want to get Queen of Hearts, because that one has really kind of grown on me over the last few weeks.
I'm guilty myself. Wow. We definitely might need a bar soap or some shampoo pucks of this, because there is that just clean vibe. Right. Like, if you had to just be able to walk out, I know it came out for spring, and I can see why. Like, there is just that something coming out of the fog into, like, the conquering the sun of the day mode that I get from this.
This is what Daddy Warbucks laundry would smell like. Like, this is just like, whoa,
I'm with you.
Right? And I love that finally we can talk like grown-ups with the Savage crowd, because y'all, you definitely knew what you were talking about, because this is just...
I'm glad y'all pushed us, because we were like, oh, what's Scarn me? Now we know.
So it's pretty simple, y'all. All you have to do is be a world-renowned perfumer, and you're going to start getting a little bit bored and a little bit cabin fever making all of these scents for the ladies, and you're going to want to invent something that's beautiful, dapper, a little bit floral, a little bit mysterious, but eminently beautiful for the men in your life. You're going to call your best friend Percy. That's right, Percy. And he's going to come over, and the two of you are going to sit up late into the night, light a fire, have a lovely beef Wellington, get completely sloshed out of your mind, and the next morning, you just got your own! Head over to stirlingsoap.com, where you can find this and a wide range of other products. Green? Blue? White? Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Scarn. I get it. I get the mystique. And I've spent a couple of weeks with this scent. Beautiful, calming, bracing, gentlemanly, sweet, and kind. Nothing too dark, nothing too patchouli, nothing too any of those. Just the lighter, beautiful, more colors. Perfect for a spring afternoon. And y'all, this Stirling lather is just a good time. I look so forward to my Stirling shaves. And with 250 soaps in my locker, that says something. Rod and Mandy, considering you are one of the best values in the industry, it blows my mind that you are one of the best lathers. Thanks. Welcome to Messages.
So this is our new brush from Matt at Teton Shaves as part of the Zen series. Those little rocks in there, so pretty. And the best news for you is he gave us a special code to get any brush on his site just for a giveaway for you!
Yo, how generous! Because we took a look at all the brushes on his site and they are incredible. So all you have to do is send an email to We Sent You at the Barbershop Duet and mention this giveaway. Be a subscriber here on YouTube, and it'd be awfully nice if you checked out Teton Shaves' social media presences. They have some cool stuff on TikTok and Instagram. And then check back on May 1st, y'all, to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck!
I love how we're still learning about our noses. I love how we went to what was immediately familiar to Executive Man. And then we got to spend the next half an hour exploring exactly how it was different. You know what's funny? I don't get much Aventus now at all.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
Isn't that funny? Like, smell the original puck one more time. Hold on. Smell that one more time. Do you get as much Aventus this time?
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Close. Not as much,
you're right.
But it's really in the base.
That's funny. I get way more pineapple in the base, and it's not in the lather, and it's not in the splash.
Now I feel like it was like a sneak attack, because coming from here...
Scents are kind of magical.
Crazy.
They are kind of mysterious, and sometimes you don't even want to know how they're built. Kind of like Laws and Sauce.
But there is that chemistry part of the artisan's job that they really... It amazes me that you can get it, you know, in the puck to know that it's going to...
Because if it didn't smell like that, it wouldn't smell like this.
Right.
So whatever magical stuff is done here, whatever alchemy has taken place,
it's true.
I am all about it, and I am down for it.
And I'm super glad. I know we had no idea what this would have actually smelled like, just hearing the word Sauvage go by. We had no idea. But now smelling this, we get it. There is something very special about this
There is
smell.
something very special about this.
It is, and it's awesome and timeless, and I get it. I feel like we got a real solid education today.
Yo, this has been fantastic. I'm almost excited to do our second homage to Sauvage. You see what I did there? You like that? That's why I'm here, folks. I'm here all week. Try the fish.
And we'll definitely be back for an EDT. It sounds like this has left a mark. So don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.